Hey gang, what is up? It is TJ here. I hope you're having a great day, and if you aren't, then I hope that it gets better. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I believe that iPods are better than streaming and also just physical media in general. So yeah, let's get into it. So why did I get an iPod in the first place when there's all these different streaming platforms available for music and just everything is so easy to access now? Why would I want one of these? Well, basically, back in around March, April time earlier this year, I really wanted to do a bit of a digital detox because I was on my phone sometimes for over 11 hours a day, just doing nothing pretty much, like scrolling on TikTok, stuff like that. And I really didn't want that. Like, I wanted to be in real life in the day. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to be on my phone all the time, so I decided to try and do something about it. And I wanted to split my phone into different objects, so then I'd be on my phone as little as possible. So for music, I got one of these, and I love it so much. It is one of my absolute favorite possessions ever. Before I got it, I was looking on, eBay, Vinted, all of that kind of second-hand places. If you're looking for one, then price-wise, they generally weren't too expensive, or at least this type that I was looking at, because there are so many different types of iPod. But I actually got mine for free, and it also came with a really big speaker and the original earbuds and everything, because my grandma just happened to have all of it in perfect condition. So I did get mine for free, and I got the speaker for free and all of that. I love it so much. I have Apple Music on my phone. I have like a family plan thing with my mum. So I do have streaming available to me, but I don't use it. I never ever use my phone for music anymore. I only use this. Although behind me I do have a CD on right now, just as some background noise. Either CDs or my iPod. That's basically the only ways that I listen to music just ever, and I much prefer it. Because sure, it's a bit inconvenient, but I prefer it. And I'll try and explain why, probably badly, so do excuse that in advance. Also, I just want to clarify that this video isn't at all meant to hate on streaming in any way, because I know that basically just everyone streams music now, and it is useful, it is convenient, but also you don't own anything that you're listening to, you're just renting it. So you can have the biggest music library, but you don't actually own any of it. Streaming is the more logical option, which I do understand. You can pay 11 quid a month and then get every single song ever made. Like, that's crazy. On iTunes, for example, or on like in CD stores or anything like that, you can buy an album for 11 quid. If you're presented with the option of get an album for 11 quid or get all the songs in the world ever for 11 quid, it's pretty obvious you're going to pick the second option. So I do understand, obviously, I'm kind of the weird one in this situation who's being illogical. Honestly, that is okay with me, because that means that everything, every song on here, every CD in my collection over there, I own it. No one can take it away from me. It is mine. The CDs are tangible. I can touch them, I can hold them. No one's going to steal them away from me. No, like, big corporation is going to come over and steal my music away. Songs can be removed from different streaming platforms all the time for whatever reason, but not if you have an iPod or a CD, then it's just yours. It's on here, it's all good, nothing's gonna happen to it, it's just there whenever you want it. The battery life on this is actually crazy. It's better than my phone. And we tried to figure out when this one was made. We couldn't figure out if it was from 2007 or late 2009. So this is either older or younger than me. Older than my phone, obviously, but it has a better battery life. That's crazy to me. This doesn't have to be charged for multiple days and it still works, in my experience. That's just what? That is not the same case for my phone. My phone dies all the time. It is kind of rubbish. This, there are no adverts. Another incentive, if you ask me. No adverts, literally no interruptions. You can't get notifications from this. That isn't a thing. There aren't notifications. You can't get notifications from CDs either. It's just, uninterrupted music or whatever it is you listen to. I don't know. Because I think you can get like audiobooks and podcasts on here. Like you can buy books or episodes or something. I'm not really sure. You can also get movies and TV shows on here. And I bought my favorite ever film, just ever. It's the best film, Detention, which I got the two posters of over here on the wall. And I also bought season one of Future Man. Amazing show and film, by the way. You should go watch them. This doesn't have internet, it doesn't have Wi-Fi, nothing. So it works literally anywhere at any time, and that is so good, because earlier this year I went on holiday and on the plane I could watch my favorite film, I could watch my favorite show just on here, and it worked because there was no internet, no Wi-Fi needed. It just does it. As long as you have the battery life, it can do it. It's great. And also, there are games on here. There are games. There are 3 games. There's this card game which I always lose at because I'm really bad at it. There's Vortex. So you know that there's the circle here. There's a bar and a ball in the middle, and you have to try and break the blocks. But then I don't know. I can't explain it. Just get an iPod, and you'll see. And there's also the iPod quiz, which is kind of rubbish but still very fun, and you really get the like 2000 vibe, which I really really love, from like the 2000s when this was made and all of that. And something that I love about the iPod quiz is that in one of the rounds and one of the game selections or whatever, it uses music from your library, therefore giving you an opportunity to get to know your songs better, which I really really like. Another thing that I love about my iPod is that it's a talking point because I bring it basically everywhere, and there's usually at least one person who's like, "What is that? What does it do? What songs do you have on it?" That kind of a thing. You can teach them about it if they perhaps don't know what one is, and that's just cool to me. Another thing that I want to talk about is that this doesn't just apply to music, this applies to movies, TV shows, all of that, because streaming is obviously on TVs as well. There's Disney Plus, Netflix, all of that kind of jazz. And you can get DVDs, there's the DVD right behind me. And then instead of paying for all of these different streaming services and signing up for a new one every time they move the film or the TV show that you want to watch, then just get one of these, and then you always have that show or film or whatever it is with you, and you can just watch it whenever you want with ease. And also no adverts. Again, with the no adverts, I hate adverts, as I think everyone does. Just get some of those. And also, to me personally, I'm not sure about you, it's just so cool to have a physical copy of something that I really really like. I'll go and get my favorite film right now and show you. So as I keep on going on about it, this is Detention, and you can see my Pookie Bear right there, looking very very cutesy as always. Um, but honestly, when I got that, because I'm collecting all the like physical media of things that Josh has been in, and when I got that, this was like the crown jewel of my collection because that is my favorite film just ever. I was so happy to get it. And now I have it on my iPod. I bought it digitally, and I have a DVD version of it, and I love it so much because also the DVDs have all the bonus features. Like, that's cool. And I know on my Journey to the Center of the Earth DVD, they have games as well. Like, what? That was so cool to find that out. I know that I probably sound a bit weird right now because I'm sure you're like, yeah, we know this, everyone knows that, shut up. And yeah, but just to re emphasize the point, for those who don't know, like, DVDs are so cool, and honestly, I love just collecting them. And if you have an actor that you like, then collect DVDs of their stuff. It's cool. It's a nice hobby. And then when you're thinking of, oh, what film do I want to watch? What show do I want to watch? Then you can literally just look at your collection whenever you want. And it's cool, in my opinion, at least, if it isn't your opinion as well. Just to be able to touch the case and open it and see the disc and put the disc into the DVD player. you know, I love the whole process that you need to take because it just makes everything more special when you get to watch it. Do you know what I mean? everyone has their own music tastes and music that they like, but it's way too easy to get it, if that makes sense. You hear a song once, you're like, oh, I kind of like that, and then you just press download in whatever your streaming service is, then that's it. There's not really much of a process there, and you're just tapping buttons on a screen. You kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. I'm really bad at explaining things. I'm so sorry, guys. It just feels more special and more important if you have a physical copy, in my opinion, because you have to make the effort to put it like in the DVD player and the CD player, whatever, and then listen to it and select what track you want or episode if it's a TV show. I don't know, but do you get my point? Do you get what I'm saying? It just feels more meaningful and more purposeful and more special if you've actually made the effort to put it on, if that makes sense. So, if you're thinking that you want a bit of a digital detox, but you don't want to completely get rid of your phone, then I get it. And here's what I did back in March or April, whenever it was. Instead of gaming on my phone, I gamed more on my Switch Lite. That got me off my phone. Because I was on a dedicated device. We've already covered music. I used this, which is obviously a dedicated device. It's a music player. I deleted the non essential apps like social media, all of that kind of jazz. So I'm not on TikTok anymore. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat. And honestly, I do not miss any of them. For TikTok especially, because I was proper addicted to TikTok. I thought that I would really, really miss it and just reinstall it a few days later. But I honestly didn't miss it at all because that's where all my Joshy edits were. I didn't delete my account. I can still go back in if I want to, but I don't want to. Just delete TikTok, guys. You won't miss it, or at least I didn't, so I hope that it's the same for you. But I feel like that has improved my attention span so much because obviously TikTok videos are really, really short. I've been using my TV to watch YouTube instead of watching it on my phone. I know that I'm obviously recording a video for YouTube on my phone right now, but that's different in my opinion. I mean, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just as bad as everyone else. Probably. This is a fun, creative hobby that I just like to do. Used my Switch for my phone, my iPod for music, my TV for YouTube, and I deleted all the other social media apps and the non-essential apps. I'm on it for messaging, and that's about it. Because I did actually get a dumb phone, which looks like this. I love it so much. Like, do you hear the buttons? I got that phone around the March, April time, and it was great. And we did get a SIM card for it and new number and everything. But why I stopped using it was honestly just because at the time I needed to pay to renew my SIM card, I just didn't have enough money, so I didn't bother. I went back to texting on my phone, but honestly, I do still use this for alarms and taking pictures because this has a better alarm than my phone. You can get a dumb phone if you want, but if you don't want to, then that's fine. Just do everything else that I did if you want. You don't have to, obviously. Just do whatever you want, guys. Be happy and do what you want. Quote of the day. um, yeah. Okay, guys, that does wrap up this video, and I really, really hope that you're feeling inspired to maybe get an iPod, do a digital detox, get a CD, get a DVD, whatever it is. I hope that I inspired you, and maybe I didn't, but that's okay. Thank you for watching anyway, and I really hope that you will want to subscribe. You obviously don't have to, and drop a comment if you have a question or if you just want to chat, and thank you all so much for how well my last video did. I gained so many subscribers and it was really, really interesting to read all of your comments about all of your different special interests. So thank you so much for making that video do so well. And next week's video will probably be more in depth about my special interests because you all seemed quite interested in that. So we'll see what happens. It might be something else, but I don't know. So please subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next week. So have a good day.